Are you aware of the types of chi that live inside your home? Well, stay tuned because we're going to go over the 4 types of energy that are regularly influencing you and affecting the way your energy circulates within. Your home is meant to nourish you, support you, give you a refuge, give you a space to recover from the intense, big, possibly hostile world out there. If we're dealing with so much outside of our home, guess what? Our home doesn't need to be a war zone either. So let's go over the few types of pathological chi that can exist and identify them and begin to eliminate them. So the first one is dead chi. Now, dead chi is things in your home that are legitimately expired. They're expired. They are existing beyond their date of utility. So these are items that serve no high function for you, does not give you any inspiration, does not give you any feelings of pleasure, and most likely you're not utilizing it at all. Just like with rotten, moldy food, we're not going to serve our family anything that is incredibly expired or, things are growing on it. No, we're going to throw that in the trash. Now, when I say your item may have a dead chi presence, there's absolutely no vitality exuding from that item for you. It doesn't mean it's dead to everyone else. It could absolutely be very much so alive to another person. But in terms of where you are at in your life today, okay, it is no longer fresh for you. It has served its purpose and it is done with. Just an example, I can think of one dead chi item that is currently in my house, and it sounds like it's time for me to get rid of it, is I had a whole jewelry making kit and the particular tools, and I thought I was gonna be, stringing my own beads. I got this thing like 7 years ago. Have I touched it? No, not in probably 6.5 years. So I probably am not going to touch it because I have plenty of other things that I enjoy doing, and that is not one of them. That actually stressed me out. It did not cause relaxation or inspiration or stimulate creativity for me. However, it can be very much so alive to another person I could easily gift it to or sell. So just recognize what is absolutely not ever going to be looked at, hasn't been looked at, not going to look at now or anytime few years from now. If that's the case, it's a dead chi item. All right, so that's dead chi. Another type of very harmful chi in your home are destructive chi items. Destructive chi items are highly pathological, and they are things that are grossly misaligned to who you are and your constitution and your values. This could even be books. This is probably my favorite example. I went ahead and donated a bunch of books that I had purchased maybe like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And that was because, I saw the world through that frame of mind, through that perspective, through that lens back then. Today, I don't necessarily buy into that perspective, those beliefs. And to keep that in my house with those frequencies emitting from that book means that it's attacking me. It's literally attacking my very essence. So just so you know, an item does not just innocently sit in your home just because you're not touching it or it's tucked away in a closet somewhere or in the garage. Please do not be under the impression that it's not affecting you, because every item you own, you are energetically entangled with it. So anything that seems like, wow, this is not me at all anymore, and it almost like makes you kind of like grimace and you're like, ooh, no, ugh. Like you get that sensation, most likely that's gonna be a destructive chi item. So those urgently need to leave your life. The third D is dull chi items. These are the items that are kind of muted in nature. They're not as harmful as the other two, but they're also not life-giving. They're kind of the meh type items. And dull qi does slow down the circulation of energy in your home and inside of you in general. It's like muffles your energy in a way. It prevents your qi from being highly like vibrant and life-giving. So you don't want too much. And that's the problem, is that a lot of us hold too many dull qi items. And when we have too many dull qi items, that stuff really just packs in a lot of density, a lot of dense energy that it almost can, depending on how much you have, it almost can operate like dead qi. So even dull qi items, even though they're not as harmful as destructive qi or dead qi, I still make it a point to eliminate those from my life as well, because overall it's constraining my vital essence. It's constraining my qi. So I don't underestimate the power of just dull, muted, energetic items either. So if it's not giving you tremendous value, you're not utilizing it, and it's not making you feel uplifted or inspired, experiencing pleasure with it too, then it's the stuff that you settled for. And so those, one by one, get them out of here. So those are the 3 types of qi, pathological forms of qi in your home. And the reason why you want to identify and eliminate these things is because you're going to allow, with every item that leaves, that fall under those categories, you are going to experience tremendous circulation of qi inside of you, as well as your space, because your space is constantly feeding you. Your space is constantly nurturing you. We're eating the qi inside of our home. It's not just food that we're absorbing, breaking down, digesting, absorbing, assimilating. No, it's also all of the items that live inside our home. So understand that everything affects you. And since that's the case, it's only for our benefit to keep items in our home that are fresh with qi, and they are vibrant, and they feel very like uplifting, and it feels sacred even, okay? There's like a beautiful energy radiating off of them. And a way that I like to look at this too is high function or high beauty, or it could be both. I make sure anything that I purchase, anything that I have and keep, they're either serving high function or high beauty. When I say high beauty, I'm also talking about inspiration as well. It gives me great inspiration and gives me joy and pleasure. And there are some items that have both of those attributes. Those are like the big wins in my home. So I hope this was helpful for you to identify the different types of qi. And that's what I'm always scanning for. I'm always thinking, is it vibrant qi, life-giving qi, or is it dead, destructive, or dull? If you love this content, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell so that you're notified every time a new video is loaded. Be sure to watch the next video where I talk about the energy of your walls. See you next time.